afternoon, everyone. Today is Friday, April 11th, 2025. It is 1:15 p.m. Is there a motion to call the meeting to order?
So moved.
Second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Gentlemen, it should be a pretty quick cleanup meeting today. We have a couple things to get through. First on the agenda, we have some ambulance bill abatements. We have run number 250107-0810-AFE-MSD in the amount of $350. Is there a motion to approve the abatement?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
And we also have run number 240104-2100-AFE-MSD in the amount of $119.05. Is there a
Motion to approve.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Gentlemen, next on the agenda, we have a sitting member of the Conservation Commission that was asked to reach out to Ethics to fill out a disclosure form. She is in a butter of a potential project that is happening now. Ethics cleared her as long as we accept this disclosure form. So I'd ask for a motion to accept the ethics disclosure form for Ms. Heidi Pelletier.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, I'm gonna jump to number 2 on old business. Is there a motion to appoint Jerome Smith to the Housing Authority
So
As
moved.
the tenant
as the
appointee.
tenant appointee?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Right. And beach pass update. We've been going back and forth. We've spoken to a lot of residents, taken a lot of information down, and at this point, I think we're going to realize that not everybody's going to be happy. We're going to do our best to make sure that we can take care of as many people as possible. With that, if anybody has any suggestions before we dive in.
Yeah, I do, Mr. Chairman. So, I think taking all of the information we looked at last year, how many people, how many households went and got the passes, and it's like, and then talking anecdotally to people. Some people got a pass but used it once. Some people got a pass, didn't use it at all. And it's clear that there were, I think, 15 what I would call as hardcore, die-hard beachgoers. They paid $150 last year before the program started. So based on all of that information, what I would suggest we do is we set aside 50 beach passes for first come, first serve people, right? So those are like for the diehards, the retiree, those folks, whoever, right? First come, first serve. We set aside 100 for a lottery, and then we also have the transferable pass for the casual users. So you've got the diehards, the recreational folks, and then you've got the who just want to go on a whim or whatever. So
Once or twice,
yeah,
if they get lucky.
and I think that's probably the best, at least for this iteration, the best way to handle it. And I would say the people last year who paid $150 before the program started, they kind of got hosed out of $100.
Correct.
So I would ask that we consider giving them first crack at those, just to kind of make it right situation here.
Mhm.
And I would hope that the rest of the residents in town understand we're trying to do this to create some recreational opportunity. We're not trying to penalize anybody. We're not trying to make it difficult. And I'm just hoping that civility and a little bit of grace wins out in this effort. So if you guys are good with that.
Yeah, the only thing I would like to add is running through the list. The other thing I noticed is there were multiple situations where the same exact residents had multiple cars with beach
Right.
passes.
One household.
I think it should be limited to 1 per household.
Agreed.
Agree.
And then as far as when we put them out there, we can do them in waves. We can do the first come, first serve. We'll come up with a date where we announce that for a period of time. And then we'll do the lottery. And then obviously we have the transferable thing, which will be rolling. But we've got so much going on right now between budget. We just can't overwhelm the staff with something like this. So
Correct.
again, we just ask that people the residents be, understanding of what we're trying to do here.
Yep, absolutely. Perfect.
So if we need a motion.
What's the,
Are you-
what's the, yeah, I'm good with everything Selectman Warner just said. I just see something in here about the transferable passes. You can't make a profit on it.
Correct.
So there's like, I don't know what it says, $200, but you
Yeah,
can't make a
that-
profit because that changes how a county would have to handle.
Right.
that
We'll work out, this
will
is just a
make a
proposal,
difference.
so we'll work it out so the math works and.
Yeah, the 200 is our cost, so we'd be essentially
Oh,
paying.
whatever our cost is, I'm just saying, I thought it was $150. So
On the
whatever,
transferable ones, where it's only for the day, we're getting 2 of those, they're $200 each, so that
okay,
the town
there's no
side has-
profit.
yeah,
As long as
no
there's no
problem.
profit, it just changes things in the accounting.
Yep.
Right, we'll figure that
How
out.
they do things, so. I don't wanna get too
Right,
screwy
so
over. minimum
50
dollar.
first come, first serve, 100 lottery, and then we have the transferable. That would be the policy for this year. We'll review it,
Yep.
and see how it goes, and we'll decide if we want to do this next year. I'm hoping it'll go well.
Perfect.
Want to give the authority to the Board of Selectmen's office and the Treasurer Collector's office to handle pass disbursement?
Yes, absolutely.
I'll make that motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All right, and then we can put together the exact, I think, probably not a good idea to roll these out until May.
Yeah.
I think somebody had mentioned that right now, they're not even utilizing
Yeah,
the
they're
passes
open.
at the beach. You
Right.
can still go there. So we'll verify their opening day and make sure that we get them out before then. But other than that,
Right.
we'll worry about the exact breakdown and the update to the residents then.
I like Selectmen's one recommendation about do the 50 first, right, first come, first
Yeah.
serve.
Excellent. Cool.
Are we going off that list and saying if you were on it last year, you're not eligible this year for the first come, first serve in lottery, or what are we doing?
I did like what Selectman Warner said about maybe giving preference to the 16 people that bought the full pass.
Yeah.
Ultimately, I would love to say if you got a pass last year, you can't, but
But that's the lottery.
I think they can just
Let it
take
be
their
the
chance in
lottery
the
then.
lottery. Yeah.
Whatever.
And if it's possible to, give preference to the 16 residents first,
Sure.
just to recoup it, and they get a chance,
Sure,
we'll go from there.
sure.
Fair is fair.
Excellent.
Sounds good.
All right. Gentlemen, Selectmen's announcements.
I don't have anything.
Mr. Gasper?
Nothing, Mr. Chairman.
All right, and I have nothing as well. Is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.